Hello, this is my overview video for ABA 626, which is the Functional Behavioral Assessment course. Just go ahead and talk about really quick about my study methods, my progress, and a little bit how it has helped with the exams. So for my study methods, I have stayed pretty consistent with my study methods because I have seen that they have definitely helped. I know for the first, when I first started the program, for the first course, it was kind of like a trial and error. I wasn't really sure what study methods helped me, but now I've stayed with a pretty consistent study method routine, which is like the first a week and a half, 2 weeks of SAFMEDs, I'll go ahead and practice the terms in its sections, which has the definitions, concepts, and examples sections, and I'll go ahead and practice them individually. That way it's less overwhelming. I rather study the small cards smaller than having to study all of the cards all at once and then be a big thick deck. So that's definitely helped. And then for week 3, that's when I'll usually go ahead and dedicate that week for the speed. So if I had stayed pretty consistent on the graph and I want to go ahead and push myself and increase on the graph, then I'll go ahead and introduce my other study method, which is highlighting. So I'll go ahead and highlight keywords, and it helps me identify the terms better and a little bit quicker. So that is for week 3. Sometimes I go ahead and incorporate an additional help pile. So I'll go ahead and make a separate pile for the ones that I feel like I'm not too sure of or I'm responding really slow on. So I'll go ahead and make a different pile, and that way I can go ahead and go back and study those and focus on those instead of going over all of the ones that I'm sure of and I know. So that has definitely helped. I go ahead and incorporate that when I feel as if either the graph is going low or I'm staying pretty consistent. And with that being said, for my progress from the beginning of the first week towards the ending of the 3rd week, I have ranged from around the beginning 8 ACELs, and then I have reached all the way to 21 ACEL, which I believe it's pretty good. And I'm glad and I'm proud of myself for that. But I definitely want to go ahead and continue pushing myself. And so with SAFMEDs and the exams, so they kind of go hand in hand. I believe that knowing the terms on SAFMEDs have definitely helped for the exams. I know for the midterm, it has, from the pre-test, I went from having, I think it was like a 4 correct, and then hitting to the midterms, I believe it was like around 12 or 15, I believe. So I'm hoping that now, at this point we haven't taken the final, but I hope that it will show the same results now that we're on on deck 3. We definitely know more of the terms now, and I feel a little bit more comfortable going into the exam and having a better score than than the midterm. But I feel like it's going really good, and I'm excited. This course has been great, and I'm excited to go ahead and further my knowledge, and I can't wait to see what the future courses contains.